365 days in the year. But they've always only been able to name only 7 of those 365 days. Now, for those of you who was following Rashad Jamal, he's the person who pointed it out first, at least from what I've heard. Out of all these 365 days in this whole year, we can only name 7. Like, what? So I thought to myself, I said, self? And myself said, let's see. I took some notes and I just want y'all to follow with me. So the days of the week, they were modeled by Latin names. And those Latin days of the week were named after planets. And those planets were named after gods. So each day of the week, we're giving our energy to a god. Yes. And they know how our subconscious work, like days of the week. No wonder you be feeling drained. Your energy is literally being siphoned. They know our subconscious, week is week. W-E-E-K is the same as W-E-A-K. They know that's how our subconscious taking information. And they know a lot of people do not know that these so-called days of the week were named after gods. Gods that's just supposed to be part of mythology. Now, the Babylonians, they were the one who even thought of this 7-day system. Yes, the Babylonians, they came together and decided that it was going to be a 7-day week. They named 5 other days after like planets or gods. And then the other 2 was named after the sun and the moon. I took some notes and I want to share this information with y'all. Alright, so it says here that Monday is Old English for Monandag, day of the moon. And we know that even in Spanish, you know, Monday is lunes. And Mona is the word for moon in Old English. Alright, so boom. Monday is moon day. Now for Tuesday. Now I don't want to be up here pronouncing these words wrong, but you see the Old English word for Tuesday. T-I-W-E-S-D-A-E-G. Day of two. A Germanic god of war in the sky. Translation of Latin dies Marti, which is days of Mars. So the god 2 being equated with the Roman god Mars. So Mars, that even celestial planet, that's not even its original name. Mars is the name of a god. And I want to go into more detail about that god, but you know, I'm going to say that for another video. But he is known as the one-handed god because he put his whole hand inside of this beast so he can try to save Odin. But look, that's a different story. I'll explain that in a different video. Now look, Mars is also identified with the Greek god Ares. The god of war, which is Mars, the god of war, which also equates to Tuesdays. So you be at war on Tuesdays, you don't even know it. Alright, now for Wednesday. Now you see Wednesday, the Old English word for Wednesday, W-O-D-N-E-S-D-A-E-G, and that is the day of Odin, named after the Germanic god Odin, or Woden. Oh, okay, I see that. Woden to Wednesday to Wednesday. Oh, okay. He also known as the supreme god. And it says Odin being equated with the Roman god Mercury. So your Wednesdays was named after the god Odin. Your Wednesday was named after Thor's daddy. If this stuff is mythology, then why are we giving these people all of this praise? What the fuck? I think y'all can imagine what Thursday is, right? Thursday. Old English. That is broken up. T-H-U, then N, Rizdag. Day of Thunder, named after Thunar or Thor, the Germanic god of thunder. Thor being equated with the Roman god Jupiter. So your Thursdays is Thor Day or Jupiter Day. Dang, for Friday, damn, is this their whole family? Friday, Old English is also known as, y'all see that? F-R-I-G-E-D-A-E-G, which is the day of Frigga, named after the Germanic goddess Frigga, wife of the supreme god Odin. You see, and goddess of married love. You translate it in Latin, it's the day of Venus, so Venus. And I know Frigga don't sound familiar, but Freya, that name sounds familiar, don't it? Yeah. So when you thinking God that is Friday, TGIF, the God you thinking is Odin's wife. Frigga or Freya. When you say TGIF, thank God it's Friday, the God you thinking is Venus. And I think we know what Saturday is associated with, right? Saturday, Old English, is basically Saturn. Saturn's day. That's really what it is. It's the day of Saturn. Now y'all know that Saturn God is the one who certain beings in our society bow down and worship to this day, right? I mean, shit, it looked like that's the same thing with all of them, but y'all know what I mean. Saturn was a god of ancient Roman religion and a character in Roman mythology. He was described as a god of time, generation, dissolution, abundance, wealth, agriculture, periodic renewal, and liberation. Periodic renewal. Sound like calamity to me. Let me tell you about this guy, Saturn. People don't even know that they worship him every December, thinking it's Christmas. And I'm pronouncing it right? Is it Saturnalia? I mean, this festival day, it was sacrifices going on, gifts and changes, it was all kind of things going on. But I know that they didn't equate that to Christmas. I know that. The way we just been tricked and bamboozled. And then last but not least, we know Sunday is that indeed the day of the sun. Yo, like, what day is it really? And how many days is it really? No, like, for real. Because we already know they done lied to us about every and anything. And then they tell us that, okay, it is 300.
What year is it right now?
Now it's 2010.
I thought it was 2018.
Now we're 7 years back.
So I'm actually 19 years old right now.
Yeah, you're
technically.
19. Yeah.
Do you know why you guys are 7 years behind?
So we use different calendar. Basically, we use Gregorian calendar.
Can I see the calendar on your phone? Right now in Ethiopia, it is February 7th, 2010. But on my calendar, it is February 14th, 2018. They don't have 12 months in Ethiopia. How many months do you have?
We have 13 months in a year.
Okay, so what is the 13th month?
The 13th month can be 6 days or 5 days based on every 4 years slab. So every month in a year has 30 days.
Okay.
It's not like 28, it's not like 31.
Like February, okay.
So you have 30 days, and then at the end, the 13th month has 5 or 6 days.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know why the rest of the world doesn't do that.
I don't know.
Every single month in Ethiopia has exactly 30 days, and the 13th month has 5 or 6 days, depending on how many days you guys missed out.
Yeah.
So it really equals 365 days in a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that being said, it's still 2010 right now.
Yes, 2010.
So what's going on? If it's 2010, I wouldn't be able to have this camera, and I probably wouldn't have an iPhone. I would be a freshman in college right now. This shit's crazy, man. So when is your New Year's?
September 11th.
September 11th.
Yes.
So when we were going through a tragic time, people in Ethiopia were celebrating.
Yeah, we're rocking.